A reimagined version of the classic Bomberman, the Strategic Blast Fest, was brought to the TurboGrafx-16 early in its life cycle. A few years later, Hudson Soft developed for the system another in the series called Bomberman 93, a game that doesn't reinvent the wheel per se, but takes everything fun about the original and increases it twofold. When you open the manual, you'll find that Bomberman 93 has thrills in 3 modes. You have Normal Game, which is a one-player battle against the evil Bomberman. Battle Game, where up to 5 can fight to become the Bomber Champ. And Versus Game, which is a head-to-head 2-player battle for the Turbo Express. All you need are 2 Turbo Expresses, 2 of this game, as well as the link cable. Yeah, nice wish. Evil Bomberman and 6 of his cronies steal the 7 vital chips from the Pan-Galactic Mother supercomputer. Whew, what a moniker. Well, this causes the computer to shut down, and now it's up to Bomber Cop. Wait a minute, Bomber Cop? Alright, it's up to Officer B-Man to chase evil Bomberman across numerous planets and save the day. In the normal game, you'll start off in a linear fashion on planet A. Here you'll find a very typical Bomberman arcade maze-like structure with things sticking very close to the others in the series. You control Bomberman by moving him around the maze using the directional key and laying down bombs to destroy stuff in your path with button 1. It's all very pick up and play, and I doubt there will be many surprises from masters of this particular game series. The goal is to clear the entire stage of enemies, trying not to blow yourself up or touch an enemy and die in the process. Find the exit door and move on to the next area. In fact, after you clear all the enemies, you'll hear a little jingle, indicating it's time to head for the door. But you do have to find it behind a block if you haven't already. Here, check this out. The first stage of the game, and the door was inside the last block on the screen. I wonder if this is a sign I should just give up early. After you lay a bomb down, you'll have to wait for it to detonate, and if other bombs are in blast range, well, they go up as well. When you start getting the timing and rhythm down, you can often blow up 1, 2, 3 or more items or enemies at once. And man, is that satisfying. If you die, you'll start at the beginning of the area you are currently on. The game will also mix things up, and you'll never play the same stage layout twice. This can help you or hinder you depending on how generous the game feels like being. You get 3 lives, and then you have the ability to save the game or write down the password. You can only continue the amount of times it indicates. Then it forces you to choose end, and back to the title screen you go. But you can load a saved game from there, and you'll still begin at the stage you left off, so you really have unlimited continues in a sense. Within the stage is a power item hidden underneath a destroyable block. You got increase in firepower, speed boots, and slow shoes, as well as additional bombs. These items stick with you even if Bomberman kicks the bucket. With that said, you also have the ability to walk through boulders and bombs, a bomb kick ability, a line bomb ability, as well as, my personal favorite, the ability to detonate bombs at your leisure using button 2. These items will disappear if you lose a life, so good luck keeping them for any length of time. You also have the ability to freeze enemies, a temporary invincibility suit, a free hit, fruit for extra bonus points, and 1-ups. Though again, I'm still not sure it really matters since you have limited continues with the save feature. Never mind. Some enemies just go back and forth, but others are a bit crafty. As you progress in the game, they get smarter and more unique. Some can float through blocks, some take multiple hits, some split and reveal smaller enemies, etc. Learning the behavior of enemies is key to making it far in this game, and it's fun. Various obstacles are also placed around and get more unique as the game goes on. There are warps, areas where you cannot drop a bomb, reappearing blocks, twisting gates, and more. Each planet has different obstacles and a different theme, from flowers to sand to water to ice. Thank goodness Bomberman has good traction and doesn't slip around. The first stage of a planet is generally simple, and then it gets much harder as it goes along. The game is timed, but I only ran out of time once in my playthrough. Guess when? Yep, searching for the door. If you haven't found a power-up icon yet and clear the stage, the game will indicate where it's hidden. Why couldn't they do this for the door as well? Oh, and quick tip. Don't blow up the door or power-ups because, well, look what happens. Just like in the original Bomberman, when you're powered up, you'll find yourself getting a bit cocky. This is when you'll make a mistake and end up in the corner or between bombs. Oops. Every 8th stage has a boss battle, and each one is pretty crafty. It'll take you some time to learn patterns, and a few are downright sadistic. I'll be honest, that 6th boss after all these years still gives me trouble. Alright, they get it. At the end of the 6th planet, or Planet F, the game will open up the Techo stage and the final 8 levels of the game. Look, right off the bat I have to say that this game is cute, colorful, and just fun to look at. Each planet has a different visual style, but it always remains bright. The bosses are all unique and large, and the characters just have great personality. The little animation sequences and still shots also add a nice little bit of spice. Just like in the original Bomberman, the sound effects are good, but the music is wonderful, upbeat, and very catchy. It changes up for each planet. In fact, some of the nods to earlier Bomberman games are a welcome addition. I love me some Techo version in the final area. Oh, and hear this little tune that begins each stage? Well, get used to it. You'll be hearing it a lot. The controls are very sharp and reactive. Placing a bomb and then sneaking around the corner seem to always happen with ease while running your thumb around the pad. Generally, it was user error if I blew myself up, which I did a little here and there. I absolutely love Bomberman 93. It's a wonderful step up from the original, keeping things the same while also adding some new ideas and charm along the way. With that said, I feel like they often toss in the kitchen sink when it comes to enemies, just to mostly pad out a stage. Not to mention, the game enjoys sticking you into a claustrophobic corner at the beginning of a stage, with enemies who can go through blocks darting right towards you. But those negatives are very, very minor. And as a kid, getting a bunch of friends together to play multiplayer and blow each other up is also a treat. It's definitely a fantastic party game, and it's also quite fun in the normal one-player mode. You can't go wrong here, and if you have a PC Engine and the sequel, you can't go wrong there either. If you are a fan of these kinds of games, Bomberman 93 is a must-own for the TurboGrafx-16. It's colorful, fun, has a great one- and multiplayer set of modes, and it's just addicting. What else can I say? I think it's time to give Officer Bomber Cop another go. I just can't get used to saying that.